Fucking cunt. Right, thought I'll get out in the snow and do my first video that I've done in a long time. We haven't managed to get out much due to lockdown and just having to catch up on work because of lockdowns and avian flus. Now, because where we live, we're in the middle of an avian flu pandemic, I've got a lot more time on my hands because I've got my birds away. The falcon side of things just slowed down for the next couple of months. So I thought I would hide myself right into my bushcraft to keep myself busy, so I'm not one for the house. Where we are today, I'll just explain a little bit about the area. It's right on my doorstep, so private little bit of woodland. And luckily for me, it's in with me rent that I pay for my education centre. Right off the track, nobody goes here, nobody can find it, there's been nobody here for years. So I've more or less got the place to myself. Perfect little campsite area, perfect little place to bring me learners and do a little bit of bushcraft and a little bit of wild cooking. So we're going to be putting out a massive push on that. If you can, please like the page, like my YouTube channel, subscribe to it and hit the notification buttons because we've got loads of ideas coming up for the next few months. But for today, as you can hear, it's snowing. So a couple of days ago we were all sitting around the fishing lake getting sunburned, and a few days later it's snowing. But gives us a good chance to get used to my tarp. I've just hid it up really quickly because it started snowing as soon as I got down here. So it's not up great. I'm going to have a little tweak with it later on when I get my fire going. And what we're cooking today is we're going to be foraging a little bit of wild garlic, and we're cooking that with wild wood pigeon shot this morning. This is a little trigger warning, so if you don't like anything like this, just you don't need to watch. The wood pigeon has come, it was shot, sourced by a local pest control, for want of a better word. And what he does is he goes onto a lot of farms, and the wood pigeons destroy massive, thousands amounts of crops, thousands of pounds worth of crops. What a lot of people don't know is that they make pretty good eating. So instead of them going to waste, we use them for wild cooking sessions. You cook the breast and it's really nice. We're going to be cooking that today with a little bit of butter and wild garlic on an open fire if we can get it going, because everything seems to be drenched today. So I'm going to get cracking with the fire, and then I'll come back in a little bit through in the video and have another word. Right, the snow seems to die off a little bit, so I'm going to get this done while it's nice and get the fire going. Like I say, if you don't want to watch us, you can easily turn away. I'll not hold anything against you. But at Riverside, what we like to do is get the use of everything that we get. So if the birds catch anything, if the ferrets catch anything, if any land management come across any types of meat that we can use, they either go for us, the birds, the ferrets, and the good meat, pheasants and wood pigeon, we will use them in wild cooking sessions. And what's left of this, I'm going to use the breast off this, and what's left of this will go for my ferrets. You don't get massive amounts of meat on them, but there's not many people know that you can eat these. There's stacks amounts of them. By taking a few off the farms, legally shot ones, you're not making a massive difference. There's absolutely thousands. Just on the 10-minute walk in the woods a day, I counted about 30, and that's just in a small little area of land. Like I was saying, they do a massive amount of damage to crops. My friend who actually shot this one for us, he'd done a little experiment for the farmer. He opened the crop up, which is this little bit here, where they store the grain and the corn that they'll eat, and he weighed the amount of corn in each crop. I can't remember the exact numbers, but he averaged it out over the amount of birds on a farm of how much weight of corn, and it was working into the thousands of pounds worth. So they do a hell of a lot of damage to the industry, but they do make good food. So I'm just going to go away and pluck this and then cut the breastbone off, and we've got abundance of wild garlic around here. If you would have seen walking in, there's carpets and carpets of it. So we're going to go and get some leaves and cook it up and have that for me tea. So while the fire's taking a hold, we've just got that going there. I thought to come down and collect the garlic. There is a massive amount of garlic in here. As soon as you're passing around here, you'll smell it. You can smell it a mile off. We do normally get a lot of people coming into the woods. They come in coaches with bags to take some. They do take it sensibly. You can tell it's a garlic, other than the smell, it's by these big broad leaves. So you can eat everything on them. You can eat the bulbs, the flowers. A lot of people get them and they'll pickle them. You can use these and you can use the bulbs. The bulbs aren't huge like the wild garlic, like the garlic that you would find in a supermarket. They're pretty small. In a couple of weeks' time, they're going to get really pungent and start to flower. So all this is going to be white carpets. And apparently the flowers are really good on salad. But for now, I just want the leaves. And the way I like to take the leaves is without doing too much damage. Just cut them from the stalk, and the little gap will encourage new growth to come through. So there'll be plenty more growing in its place. Where you will normally find the wild garlic as well is next to streams. They like pretty dark, damp, moist conditions. How's that for English weather? 1 minute it's snow and hail and we're getting covered in it, and the next minute lovely sunshine. Just while the fire's taking hold, it's taking a little bit of a while because everything's damp, so it's just been a bit awkward, but I think that's it away there. I thought I would tell you a little bit about the new project that we've got. So anybody that subscribes to the channels know that it's mainly, or it has been mainly, about birds of prey. That's my main business, that's my main, what I'm doing most of the time. But as a hobby, I like to do a little bit of bushcraft and wild cooking. I've been really lucky that we have got school learners in, so I integrate the two into one, two of my hobbies. So we do falconry and we do bushcraft sessions every day, 5 days a week, right through the school term. And during the term time, because we have got staff at the falconry centre, now the education centre, I'm going to start and push my little venture of bushcraft and adventure. It is just a hobby. I like to do. I'm getting paid to be a big kid. But on a serious side of it, every year there's a thing called avian flu comes into the country, and your poultry farms get a lot of recognition to say the poor poultry farms, they haven't locked the chickens away. Falconry businesses and falconry birds of prey type centres or birds of prey type businesses don't get any sort of recognition of how hard it is during a pandemic of avian flu, because when it's in the area you get put into a red zone, and when you're in a red zone you have to lock your birds away, so that means no income. It can mean having to refund a lot of people. Luckily I haven't had anybody asking for refunds. We've got a really good customer base comes in who understand, and the council do send letters out to everybody, so a lot of people would much rather see the birds safe than ask for the money, and they'll wait to come back for the experience. We're currently in a red zone, so that's given us loads and loads of time. It's given the birds a little bit of probably well-deserved time off as well. They're just sitting away in the aviaries getting fat, and they will be coming back out once the red zone's lifted. So I am going to give a big push on the bushcraft side of it. You can find on Facebook, but the main one is going to be through YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this YouTube channel, liking it, subscribing it and turning on the notifications, that'll be a massive help. Got loads of nice camps coming up, doing a range of different camping, from hot tent to tarp camping to hammock camping, bothy camps, stacks and stacks of recipes that I want to get through, because I'm a massive believer. I don't cook very often, if any, in the house. It's not very often I do cook, but when I'm outside I'm cooking every day. I just think anything that you eat outside tastes better. We've got in the woods that we've got in the land that we've got like a big wild pantry. We've got loads and loads of things coming through. It's very seasonal, so we've got loads and loads of wild food coming through as well that we're going to be taking advantage of, all with the landowner's permission and all done responsibly. So that's a gist of it while I'm sitting here, just enjoying the peace. I would say enjoying the peace on these dogs barking over the back here, just spoiling the quiet a little bit. But the fire's nearly there as I'm talking, so give it 5 more minutes and I'll get the pan on. And there you have it. Even put some nice garlic flowers on to make it look a little bit fancy. Right, so there you have it. Nice little bit of wood pigeon. Took us about 5 minutes to cook. I'm under my tarp. I'm warm. I'm dry. And I've got a nice full belly just before the snow comes in again. I think I'm going to get my cup of tea on while the fire's still smouldering away and just enjoy the peace, because dogs is now shut up. I hope you liked that video. That's just the first little one that we're going to be doing. If you've got any feedback, any other ways to cook wild pigeon, or anything you'd like what to see, like what to cook, just put it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. The more people that subscribe, the more the page grows, the more I can sort of blag myself some time to do much better videos, hopefully. And I'm hoping that the channel and the new little project is just going to grow and grow. So thanks very much.